So we have, well, you have here 3 visitors, but there's only 2 on the list.
Well, one has
Oh, right,
changed.
right. Okay. Are the representatives here from Bark for Life?
Yeah.
Would you like to address us? What's on your mind, ladies?
Hi. I am Deborah Sabatine, and I am chairman of the Relay for Life, Bark for Life extension. I don't know if anyone's familiar with Bark for Life, but all of our funds go towards Relay for Life, Latrobe area. And this is our 4th year that we're having our walk in October at Unity Lakeside Park. This is Tony McCurdy. She's also on the committee. And so we are coming to you to get permission to have a Santa pet photo at one of the fire department fire halls in the city.
Which one?
Well, it could actually be at any one. It could be Central, it could be number 6. We're just looking for a bay that we can just set up to do the fire truck with Santa.
Last year we had it outside, and we were a little bit concerned about the weather, because we had it in November. And we had, what, close to 100 people that came.
Yeah, and I have the flyers and everything here, and I have the liability information.
We provide our own Santa Claus, and we have an elf. And last year we had a fire truck, and we had the Santa Claus set up in front of the fire truck with the elf. And then the people bring their pets. Can be cats, dogs. We had cats, dogs, and rabbits last year. And it's only $5 per pet.
Well, I mean, I certainly have a problem with it, but I think we're going to have to talk to Chief Brazili. I think he's...
Yeah, we've already, Maria Battaglia-Paluzzo has already talked to him about some different things, and, you know, he just suggested that we come before you and get permission for liability purposes. I can give you, you know, all of the forms that state the typical Cancer Society liability that we use for everyone.
So you have your own liability insurance?
Yes, it's through the Cancer Society for any event that we hold.
You want to give that to the city manager, and Mr. Kelly can look over it. And,
Sure.
I don't know if it's something we need to vote on, or if you just, if you're okay with the liability issue, communicate that to John Brazili, and then John can decide which fire company, you know.
The date, we don't want to argue.
You have all that.
But you're going to have people bring their dogs and
Well,
get a picture taken.
That's what they did last year. Here's actually.
I mean, that's up to John. Jack, you're a fireman. What do you think? Do you know anything about this? Have you?
First I've heard of it.
For place inside.
Yeah, Louisville helped us out last year with the fire truck. We did it up in the Lakeshore Shopping Center outside. So we're just, you know, trying to see if we can do it inside, because it was, you know, an iffy weather kind of a
So
situation.
we'd like to keep it in Latrobe too.
Oh, we appreciate
Well,
that.
Yeah, it's for Relay for Life, it's for Latrobe.
Right, it's for Latrobe, Relay for Life. We're actually trying to, we're trying to make the city of Latrobe more aware of the things going on for Bark for Life and Relay for Life. Latrobe was one of the first ones in the area and had the biggest Relay for Life at one time.
Right.
But now, you know, there's Greensburg, Hempfield, Mount Pleasant, Norwalk, you know, everyone. And so they've sort of taken a little bit away from us at the Latrobe Relay. So we're trying to, you know, get the attention back into the city and you know, try to.
Well, my suggestion would be, and I don't know what you guys think, but as long as we're comfortable with the liability issues.
If they're going to use anyone else's building, where the companies own their own building,
right,
let them make that decision.
Right.
The liability, yes. If they're going to do it here, where it's a city-owned building, probably a short resolution just authorizing it to work.
All right, can you talk to Brazili and see?
See
You know,
where,
how
I
he
think
feels
where
about it and
determines
where-
whether we take any further action.
And then, is your contact information
Yes, my
there?
contact information is on there. My email information is on there.
And where did you say about the liability?
The liability information is the standard liability that we use for any of the...
We had previously talked to John about doing, we were gonna have a wash, a dog wash this summer, but we didn't know we had to attend all these meetings.
Okay.
And he said he was willing to work with us on that, and we
The
couldn't.
time constraints.
We couldn't do it.
We're going to do a dog wash at one of the fire departments because Chamber of Commerce kind of invited us to do that, to kind of bring another activity in.
Okay.
And we thought we'd do it around the banana split, but then it just didn't work.
Yeah, well, we didn't have the time.
Okay, well, okay, so you can talk to John and get in touch with you.
Yeah, whether they do it here or whatever.
Yes.
Thank you,
That's all,
ladies. Thank you.
that's all we're asking. I
Thank you very
appreciate it. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Catersella, your Cabaret Theater, welcome to Latrobe.
Why, thank you.
Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what your plans are?
Well, my name is John Carousella, and I represent Cabaret Theater, which we hope to locate at 227 Main, which we will locate at 227 Main Street. My paternal grandmother's maiden name is Colleen. So I have a connection to Latrobe. They don't know we're related yet, but they're going to. And we're over at Dainty Pastry. Also, I graduated 100 years ago from St. Vincent College with my bachelor's and co-founded the St. Vincent Summer Theater with Father Tom Devereaux. So, and I've had theater experience since the beginning of time, it seems to me. For a long time, you know, well, come September 1st, I will be officially retired from 47 years of teaching in the Catholic school systems of both the Greensburg and the Pittsburgh Diocese. So you might say, at 70, why would a man want to take on this new venture? Well, it's important. That's why. I don't think that I want to stake my claim to a rocking chair just yet. Theater is important. I think that if you look at the physical body, you know that it needs some fresh air, it needs some fresh food, and not nearly as much as I consume, but some. You know, some clothing, some shelter. Well, there is that non-physical part of us, and you know what the one part I'm talking about, that needs sustenance too. And I think the arts do that. They do that for the individual, and they do that for a community. And I have personally experienced the transformational nature of theater. I have seen it with young people work over and over and over again, where lives have been turned around. And I've seen it work in communities as well. And I think this is important work. I think we have to keep reminding people that what it means to be a human being. If we do not do that, we tend to deteriorate into kind of a lawless sort of a society. Why Latrobe? Well, we've been looking to locate in just about every community in the county. And first of all, we couldn't afford any of the buildings. You know how that is. This one in Latrobe happened to fall into our laps at a very reasonable price. And once the word got out that we were thinking about it, the reception that we got from all strata of the community was just phenomenal. We feel very welcome in Latrobe. It's something that we haven't felt in some of the other communities we've investigated. I won't mention their names. But that's why Latrobe. We really want to come here. It looks as though we are going to be able to do the renovations on the inside that we need to do to convert it into our space by November. So we'll probably open the show in November, maybe mid-November, maybe late November. Surely we'll have something there for Christmas time, absolutely. But in the meantime, we're going to give Latrobe a little taste of what we can do. Gabby Nastic over at the Art Center has invited us to use her space, and in September we're going to do a one act in association with some nibblies that she's providing over there, and in October we're going to do another one, same kind of deal. We're going to run it for 4 or 5 days, I forget which, and in November we're going to do one as well. So this will kind of give you a taste of the quality that we hope to provide, the quality of entertainment we hope to provide in Latrobe. So we feel very welcome, and we're coming. And we hope that we won't step on any toes. if we happen to, in the course of doing this, step on toes, please don't go running to your neighbor. Come to us and say, you stepped on my toes. What can you do to make it better? And we will make it better. You know, we want to have good relations with our neighbors. Thank you. Oh, I would like to turn just for a couple of minutes over to my colleague, John Oranek, who also happens to be my foster son. John?
I was told, and I promised my dad that I would be extremely short. I looked at this desk for 5 minutes. I'm wondering if the city would cordially let me put it on a set, because it is so beautiful. I'm going to also use this, thank you, Council, for giving me 5 minutes, as I've been told that I have 5 with a big hook will hook me down that hallway. I have a tendency to be long-winded and to tell you a story because I think stories are important. And life is a story for a lot of people. So my story is simple. Where I came from and why. Back in 1980, a young man, maybe ripe 18 years old, but the mentality and the smarts of maybe a 16-year-old, was a homeless kid. And that homeless kid went to a small theater in Hemphill Township called the Cabaret Theater. That was in 1980. He was accepted there. He was taken in by a family. He found a family there at this little summer stock. Well, it wasn't summer stock. It was year-round theater operation. And in a short period of time, that young man at 18, mentality not quite an adult, got a family, the Carosella family. Mary and John. John became the foster father. Mary became the mother. And because of the link with the theater company, that was my family. Shortly thereafter, was on stage with a group of people that were great people, welcoming people, and folks that said, I accept you for who you are, the problems you have, and we're going to work with you and make you a better person. Cut to the chase quickly, went to school. Was actually forced by Mary Carosella and John that if I didn't go to school, there would be problems. So I did. I tried to get myself educated, but couldn't quite understand why I needed to spell big giant words and do big mathematical equations to pass college. I ran out of time, I ran out of effort, and obviously ran out of money to finish college education. But I had one thing, I still had a family. Latrobe. Why I want to tell Latrobe people that the opportunity here for this city is to have a place for not only the kids to come and have a chance to belong, but it's also a place for the adults. An adult can come to a theater operation and be very proficient and talented in anything from building a puppet to putting 2 2x4s together and making a set. What we'd like to offer, the Cabaret Theater would like to offer the city of Latrobe, as you have been so welcoming. We spent that little bit of time in Old Main just to try the city, and the city supported us, the community supported us. When the opportunity came about, I called the city manager here, and he's a very educated individual, tenactic and helpful. The city of Latrobe and its council should be glad that they have Mr. Jones around, because he was the one that lit the proverbial fire under young John's dopa to do a lot of homework. The man of steel. Beautiful building, beautiful history, and we cannot take that history away, just like the Cabaret Theater can't take John's history away, my history. So I asked the city, and thank you for the bit of time you're giving me to give you just a taste of what we're capable of doing. My dad handles the theatrical end. I handle the in the trenches. The work that puts you in that nice little black covered table that's outside the front door here. I'm the guy that makes sure that the building's there, the facility's there, the insurance coverages are there, and that all of the I's and the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted for an operation to run. I truly believe the city of Latrobe is with open arms. I have not yet found one city business that is adversary to our coming into your town. It is your city. We are the outsiders. I hitchhike here and I end up in your city and I just say I want to help. Looking forward to having the support of not only the community, but this council. And I've had so much support from your city manager. If that's any indication of what the city's capable of doing, I'm more than a happy camper. I'm a happy theater goer. What we intend to do is to provide a place for the youth and the adults of our community to come and spend time, to expose their creative talents and do what they're good at and be welcomed. We're self-esteem builders, we are life builders, and Dad says he's 70. I understand that, and I joke about him teaching Catholic kids for 600 years. And Catholic schools do not have budgets like public schools do. And if I can tell you that my dad and my family, I'm a happy married man because of him, 24 years, 2 great kids, Jonathan and Marissa. My wife backs our endeavors, but I must tell you that the family wants to be welcomed into your city. We have not found any other town receptive as you. I thank you for that, but then I pay you back. I tell you that we're going to operate year-round. I promise to keep my sidewalk clean. I promise to keep the facade of the building and the building in great shape. And I promise to give the community a place to come and enjoy others' talent. And if you want to come and enjoy with others' talent, I also ask you and challenge you to join up and be a part. So, to cut it short, because I can go on forever and say, finally the most important thing is character development of our city. Your city is in great shape already. So, you community members say, well, John, young John, who to Sam Dickens are you to come from Hempfield Township, come up here to Latrobe and tell our community you're going to make our community better? I don't think I'm saying that. I think what I'm asking is if the community will accept the Cabaret Theater and accept my family and the talented people that we are currently helping come into your space and into your city. That welcome is enough for me to fight to pay the electric bill. So I asked the city, that's what I'd like to do, and the support would be great. I think I can do with my dad's help at 70. He told me wait time, long time ago. He wanted to pass to the good Lord and a chalkboard. Having chalk in one hand, and as his heart or lungs or something gave out, his other hand would have fingernails going right down the chalkboard. So every kid in the class would cringe because Mr. Carosella did what he loved to do to the very last breath of his life. I want to tell the city of Latrobe and its community, because my family forced his dupa into retirement, he's saying he willingly did it. That's not true. We told him he was going to stop teaching. I have to give him a place to play. And he will spend the rest of his time here, hopefully in Latrobe. And maybe it's not going down the chalkboard with screeches. Maybe it's doing the show Cabaret, and he's inside there, and boom, the last breath is taken. He's saying, John, make sure you thank Latrobe for letting us come here. It was a great 10 years.
Amen.
Thank you for that time. Thank you, the city, for help. And special thanks to the city manager. He has been an extreme pain in the dupa to me, but I was told
Probably
to
going forward.
just stick by him and go forward. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Let me just say, gentlemen, that not only do we welcome you, but we embrace you. Anybody that knows me personally knows that I am a huge supporter of the arts. I was on the board of the Valley Plaza Ligonier when we purchased the Ligonier Theater. I just think it's a wonderful thing. I am so excited, and I think I speak for all of us when we say we will embrace this opportunity for us, the city, and we thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You might as well embrace your voice too, because you've got a fantastic voice.
Thank you, Sam.
Who's that a part for?
I'll be there, don't you worry.
Mayor, the address to send you an invitation for audition is here at the city building?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Don't worry, you'll be seeing a lot of me over there.
Oh, okay, I just wanted to make sure we had a correct address.
Is there anyone else out in the audience that has anything they'd like to say, talk about, question? Jim, anything on your mind tonight? No. Okay. What do you got for the agenda?
All right, first of all, Jim's, we were talking about the sergeant promotions. Do you want to deliver it? You got to give a little more information?
Okay, as per the new ordinance for the testing, we completed the written testing with the testing company. They corrected the tests. I've got the written results back and the rankings. Wednesday at 1:30, we are going to have the oral part of the examinations. I have 2 county detectives and a Indiana County Police Chief coming in to do the oral interviews. There are 4 standardized questions that I come up with that each candidate will be asked, and there will be a time limit on the question and the answering. And what we'll do is we will combine the written scores with the written scores and do an average and come up with final scores.
Are the rank and file behind you 100%, Jim?
Yes.
Thank you.
Just wait for Kelly to come back.
I can do that. Lease purchase, in the budget, we have a purchase of a police car, and Jim selected the vehicle. What I'd like to do is do a lease purchase, which means we'll get 3 payment deal as far as that goes. Instead of putting the money out front, we've got 3 years to pay. Basically, you don't call it a financing because the government won't do that. But it's a lease purchase. At the end of the year, you'll purchase it for $1 extra. Also, I wanted to let you know that what we're planning on doing is keeping the one we're trading in, because it's got too much mileage for a police car, but if we use it in the fleet out here, we can run it for 10 years. You can get rid of that pickup truck that's out there. Anybody's going to a seminar or whatever needs to use it, that truck is not, Joe and Jim can speak to that there. It's not in very good shape. So we're better off getting rid of it and keeping something that's at least in a little better shape.
Okay.
So just to give you all, I'll come back with a, contract for lease to purchase. I'll do that at the next meeting.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Here we go.
Do you want to speak about the IDA project?
I don't know about it.
Oh, I thought okay, Ron.
Yes, Chief.
Yeah, then they told me that you know about it. I don't know anything about it. We'll have to get more information.
Okay.
It's not, from what I understand, it's not going to, but not like the last one where the council has to approve it. I think they're basically coming in to give you information. I just don't have any information because I thought it was good. I thought Mike Captain came to
Okay.
next on the Westmoreland Transit Authority, that's basically it's done every year. Last year was 1,040, 1,090 this year, so it's essentially the same amount.
That'll be a resolution.
Okay, and then the last one is, we've been asked by the Breast Cancer Awareness Group to put some pink ribbons on some of the what we're thinking about doing is, if the council has no objection to it, putting pink ribbons along every other lamp post or whatever along Main and Depot. Just those 2 main corridors. That way we're showing the support without going into a lot of extra expense.
Okay.
Time frame?
That's the month of October, and we for the entire month of October. And we've got some volunteers that are going to tie the ribbons on.
Cool.
That's it for me.
I just wanted to add, we had a meeting today, a logistics meeting with the fire chief, the chief of police, the director of public works. And I ask everybody to, get your brochures or copies of the events for this weekend for the Banana Split Festival. It is really going to be quite an event. I know they have at least over 1,000 tickets sold for the concert Saturday night for the Clarks. They're estimating there will probably be between 2,000 and 2,500 people here for that event. There will be fireworks after the concert. The Yellow Tie Gala is Friday night at the Art Center, and there's just so much stuff for kids and families. So far, the weather's looking good. It is really an opportunity for the city of Latrobe to shine. There will be, there's already an advertisement on WTAE. If you see it, advertising the event, I'm really excited about it. I think this Banana Split thing, this is our 3rd year, but this is the 1st year that the Chamber of Commerce has taken it on, and they've just exploded it into a huge, huge event. And I think everybody that's finding out what they've got planned and is involved with it is really excited about it. So Jim are doing a great job in Brazili of making sure things run smoothly. Joe's cleaning up the town, him and his team. So I think it's going to be a very proud time for the city of Latrobe. So please enjoy it and participate in it. And we're not going to do that until Jim asked me about the Earl Dalton proclamation. I thought we would do that when they erect the sign and
The way.
when we put the sign up. You guys are planning, I think, some kind of an event. Yes, Jack.
We'd like to do it for fire prevention weekend. It's very important.
When is that?
I believe it's the first week of October, or second. What is it, Jeff? You remember? I'll have to look at it.
Can we get the sign by then?
We're going to try.
Have you talked to Jared?
I'll tell
Somebody
you
knows.
who's doing that is Chucky McDowell.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been in touch.
It's all going to be contingent on how quickly they can get the
Yeah.
post. But yeah, you guys tell us when, and we'll do it. But that's when I thought we'd do the proclamation, not at a council meeting.
Okay.
Anybody else have anything they want to talk about? See you at the Banana Split Festival, everybody. Thanks. I need a job.